update with the 4 film favorites collection. It's from Warner Brothers. They called it the Urban Action Collection, like Extro said. Gotta say, this is a blaxploitation set. It has 4 awesome movies. Well, I've actually only seen 3 of them, and 2 of them were really good. I watched Black Belt Jones. It was an awesome action kung fu film starring Jim Kelly. It was totally kick-ass. I watched Black Samson. I don't know about that one. I was kind of bored. Not much happening with it. This dude just walks around with this huge stick whipping people, but he's not very good at it, and I don't know, it gets kind of boring after a while. Not something I'm gonna watch again, I don't think. I also watched Treat the Hard Way. Now, this one was amazing. It stars Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, and Jim Kelly. So you just know you're gonna get your dose of awesome action right there. It was a fun film, well done. Looking forward to watching Hot Potato. I got this for fairly cheap, so if you're a fan of blaxploitation films, definitely give this one a look. It was a really good set. This is Machine Gun McCain. This is a real milestone right here. This is my first Blue Underground Blu-ray. This movie was awesome. John Cassavetes ruled. It says right here on the picture, John Cassavetes is pitch perfect, and I have to agree. This is an Italian gangster movie, Policia film. It's not as cartoonish as something, say, Lenzi or Diodato would have done, but it's really well done. It's more on the serious side, but it delivers the goods. Don't worry about that. If you're kind of on the fence about picking this one up, if you like um, crime films, police films, gangster films from Italy, do not hesitate to pick this one up. It was awesome. The transfer was great. Looked absolutely fabulous. Cannot recommend this one enough. It's Machine Gun McCain. Awesome movie. Next up, I got another Blue Underground Blu-ray. This is Django, starring Franco Nero, the ever so awesome Franco Nero. I've actually never seen the movie. I'm a big Nero fan, so I'm sure this is going to be a real treat. I've been hearing about this one forever. Seriously, I don't know why I held out so long before picking it up, but I'm kind of glad I did because I get to discover this movie on Blu-ray, so this should be very interesting. This was another one. I think Extro picked this up recently. Saw it in his update, just had to grab it. Next up is Dead Girl. Been hearing plenty of awesome comments about this one. Basically about a group of young guys who find this cadaver in a cabin in the woods or something like that. I haven't seen it yet, and you know, just by the tagline it says you never forget your first time, so you kind of get what the movie's about. Haven't seen it. Like I said, heard tons of great things about it. Looking forward to checking this one out. Alone in the Dark, starring Jack Palance, Martin Landau, and of course the awesome Donald Pleasance. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I remember it being really good, really good. I mean, with those 3 actors right off the bat, I mean, you can't go wrong. Looking forward to watching this one again. I think I might save it for my Halloween Horror Marathon. It's released by Image. Like I said, looking forward to checking this one out again. It must be at least 10 years since I've seen it. Next up is Horror High, released by Code Red. This movie was freaking awesome. It stars Austin Stoker, who was in Assault on Precinct 13. It's a fantastic movie. It's a hybrid between a slasher film and a monster movie. Kind of got a Dr. Jekyll and Hyde vibe going on. It's about this high school student who doesn't really have any friends, kind of a lab rat, and he's working on experiments in his lab, and he's working on a rat, which gives the rat some kind of a super strength, I guess, and he ingests that liquid, and the effects start happening on him, and he basically starts killing off everybody who gets in his way, or who anybody who tormented him. It's a really fun movie, really great. I highly recommend this one. It's horror high. Check it out. Next, I got Dead and Buried. I already had this movie. I just bought the special edition. Next up is Macabre. It's from Lamberto Bava, son of Italian horror maestro Mario Bava. And this is a really good film. I absolutely adore this movie. It's a slow burner for sure, but it's an insanely cool slow burner. It has some amazing atmosphere. I just love this movie. As soon as it started, like with the kind of a dolly shot of the houses in New Orleans, I just knew it was going to be a fantastic film. Great stuff on here. The disc also contains an interview with Lamberto Bava. He has some good anecdotes about the movie. He also talks about his father a bit and how his father attended the premiere. And this was actually Lamberto's first movie, and Mario did not want to influence him whatsoever in the making of the movie. So he said, "Just tell me when it's finished." So basically, Mario went to the premiere, and after the film, after he was done watching it, he came over to Lamberto and said, jokingly, I guess, but he said, "I can die now. I can die a happy man," or something like that, which was a pretty cool story, I thought. If you're looking for something a little different with a touch of necrophilia, check out Macabre. You will not be disappointed. Next is Four of the Apocalypse by Lucio Fulci, starring Fabio Testi and Thomas Millian, amongst others. I thought that this was okay. I was expecting it to be like ultra gory, ultra violent, and don't get me wrong, there's some pretty twisted parts in here, but it was basically a normal Western with a touch of gore. So yeah, if you like Western films, if you like Lucio Fulci, check this one out. The disc also comes with an interview with Fabio Testi and Thomas Millian, recalling working on the movie and working with Fulci. Testi is great, great insight. Thomas Millian has some cool stuff to say too, I guess, but he really comes off as a pompous asshole. He's so full of himself, it's kind of funny to watch actually. So yeah, Four of the Apocalypse, check it out. Next up is Succubus. This movie was absolutely amazing. It's directed by Jess Franco. It stars Jack Taylor and Janine Reno. The movie was originally called Necronomicon, and it's basically about this guy who has power over a woman, and she becomes Succubus. She's seducing men and women for the ultimate evil plan, which I won't reveal. The plot in this movie is kind of convoluted. It's really weird, hard to understand. When you look at the special features, there's an interview with Jess Franco, and he says he himself doesn't even understand the movie. But he makes a good point. He says, you don't have to understand a movie for it to be good. You take what you get out of it, and if you enjoy it, well, that's fine. And basically, this is what you get with Succubus. He also goes into detail about how this was the first movie he was allowed to be creatively free, and it really shows because you see some stuff that would later become landmarks in some of his films. You see them in the really early stages. You see a huge potential. I honestly really enjoyed this movie. It was my first time viewing it, and being a huge Franco fan, it did not let me down. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. If you're just looking to get into Uncle Jess, or you're already a die-hard fan, this movie has something for you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, leaving comments. Like I always say, I really appreciate it. I love this community. We have a great thing going. So peace. Have a good one.